there's 2 full moons in Capricorn, and so we're on the full moon of the 21st now. And it has to do with our, well, it makes me think of the comforts that the Earth planets bring, which is it's really based in our wealth, in our system of valuing what is worth a damned kind of thing. And so, but that has been all kind of discombobulated in general. But then, see, now we had a chance to look at what controls our tastes, literally, based in what, really? We look at consumption of material wealth, supposedly wealth, but is it really something that we need? It's something to look at, really. See, we have 2 full moons happening in the sign of Capricorn, which the Pluto phase that we just kind of tried to get over, that was in Capricorn for the last 15 years. So to me, it's like it's speaking to this very rapid kind of flashing through what what is driving or like masking, right? Um, because there's something driving the organism to do what it does. And see, money is one of the computerizers that makes it all worth it somehow, some way. I've been trying to talk about this, you'll see, in my pink sweaters, and it's pretty much like I've gone mad, but no. The reason why we would be talking about our monies and also the matters of the sexes. And now I come up with this thing that says, well, it doesn't have much to do with money, really, but because we wouldn't need money if we had our own technology down, which, like, see, now our own programming down, so that we are more efficient in our everyday, like, climatic situations. What are we doing on the planet? See, on planet Earth. See, that's where Taurus would come in, and even, let's see, Virgo. Virgo is a hell of a worker. See, we think of the work that needs to be done on the earth when we look at Virgo over there, mainly how it's being done. Is it done holistically? Is it done um, like in harmony with everything else? Did you not get the reason why you were even moving towards something, say, to build? It's about our building. See, with Capricorn, it opposes the sun that just went into Cancer, and I tried to talk about that, how Cancer points at the part in us that wants to not only just hunker down and have a home and a family, but it's inconstant. It's not inconstant, but it's like it's no, it's got the shell in check, right? It's got our shelter in check, um, and it's always building. If you really look at Cancers, they need to experiment with carpentry and just, if anything, they're building some kind of clubhouse, or the gardening could come in, especially if there's Gemini planets in somebody's chart. But just in general, Cancerians are builders. They are known to just be like they have like this substance. They could very well be building something. Look at it. And anyway, that's what we're reflecting on now, is like, what is building out of all the fuss materially, say monetarily. Um, Really, it's going to be looked at more with the Taurus. Uranus has been in Taurus, questioning all of that for the last, how long has it been now? It's been well into 7 years, because 6 years and a half or so, because it takes 7 years. It's called the 7 year itch. If you ever heard about that, well, it's definitely correlated with see, a lot of times you'll just have a Uranian spell, where it's really unpredictable, and some people love that, and it's so flighty and exciting, but then it goes away from that sign and it's no more like that, and they're like, well, Now it's a 7-year itch. It's like, I really got to get out there and um, get stirred up. Now it seems to be getting boring, and it's like, really, no. Um, it's not always up in the air like that. You're not always having a Uranus transit, but basically the changes of Uranus into a sign or hitting your house, but everybody's going to experience the change of it from going into Taurus into Gemini. In the next year, it's going to be into Gemini. And that's a totally different vibration for Uranus to be hitting. Woo! It's almost like, yeah, because it's in Taurus. I mean, what's good in Taurus except for Venus? But everything seems to be like just toned down in Taurus to the point of ho hum. You know what I mean? And well, it's a good thing. We all need to be calmed down. And I'm enjoying the Mars and Taurus at this time because I'm a Mars ruled person and I'm studying it actually. I know a Mars and Taurus person and of course everybody, but really the Mars planet alone is highly misunderstood, the Aries, and then let alone Venus is misunderstood. Like we're talking about man and woman here, and these people are handling some hell of issues, not issues, but just the whole wrapped up, I was going to say passion about male and female matters, which is just very, it's beautiful, it's beauty oriented. If we're talking about Taurus, it's got a tinge of taste to it. It's saying, excuse me, but we're going to find out the quality of such that we're creating, getting back to, yeah, this full moon in Capricorn. Both times here, we're going to have 2 full moons in Capricorn. It's a once in a blue moon thing, but it's not, I don't think it's necessarily that, no, it's going to be on the 21st of July that we have a full moon at 29 Capricorn, which definitely talks to um, this coming. The fact that Pluto is going to move back into Capricorn and give us one last, it's kind of like a last look where we know for sure that we saw the patterning. See, we're getting rid of patterning right now, and if you started anything new, which most likely you have to, our lives are changing. There, you can't, you're seeing the old patterning and how it's not going to work anymore, and it's still kind of, you have to wrap that up, right? And that's what's going to be happening with it's already happened with Pluto, but now we're going to go back and just make sure that we've cleared up all of that misunderstanding of what's really actually taking place. Now, it doesn't mean that, oh, we just figured it all out, and no, because you better hunker down for Pluto going back into Aquarius for the forever. It's going to go, well, for the next 20 years, and somebody who is not going to live that long, or thinks that 20 years is like, why are you thinking that far ahead? And that's a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old. They're like, no way. But they're all excited, they just made it here, and what is it? What are we doing with the Neo field of kinetic energy? Let's talk about it like that. Did I sum that conversation up? Did you get impressed right there? Is it sheer love that bothers to just make a breakthrough for us all and says, I did it, and then sacrifice itself for just whatever that was, that, forget about me? Well, anyway, yeah, good ideas can be this way. I'm trying to talk, babes. Just really actually seeing what would come out, not wanting to say anything at all. Drop it. We can worry about men and women. I come up with the thing that says that perhaps there is a safe sex. Which one do you think that is? They talk about it, and intergalactically, that's the way we would look at it. Well, they're talking about safe sex. Have they figured out which one? Which one does the quality control there and even cares? Is it safe? Is it safe? See, that's the problem, sometimes we have. And I don't blame it on any one person except for I speak for the woman's side, and I'm wondering, what the fuck are you doing? I haven't been moved with that. Yeah, I don't know. You're not talking, and you're not even into your bodies, so there's something that I'm looking at that I can't relate with too fucking good. I'm fine with being isolated from my own part of what I'm supposed to be as a woman. I'm not saying that I know everything, really. I question things, that's all. Thanks for sitting through this moment. I'm kind of burnt out. All you can do is love yourself and try to understand yourself by any means necessary. If astrology is something that has opened you up to just the possibility that maybe you are a very unique way. After that, babes, you don't judge it. You don't judge it. And it's got its way about it. It's like, are you kidding me? The Aries rising, the little baby, the one, and you just have to, what does it need? Does it need water? The little baby. There's something wrong with the canary in the coal mine over there. All of the Aries people are going through such, because it's the organism itself. You're just talking about the part of the organism that gets picked on because it says, excuse me, I think that something unfair is happening here. And that hero, that first responder, is just, no, actually, stay safe. And we're like, since when do we have time to go flatter? We were belly up anyway. Thanks for listening. I love you all, and just warning you about the content that's coming up in the pink sweaters. Have you been running into those yet? I think I'm onto something, but I have to take a break right now because maybe I'm just plain distracted. I don't know. But thanks for your like and subscribe, and think with me a little bit. Do you think I'm onto something at all? See, I find the subject matter of money to be like people think, literally they think that it's found on the periodic scale of elements. Like science wouldn't know what to do with creation of creation if they couldn't factor in that there was money there saying, now this is how it all works. And it's just like, that's not the truth. If you can gather my joke there, it's like, no, it's chugging along without that system absolutely boning the hell out of our minds. I'm sorry, really, I think I've been dialing in on it, and I will do a comedy, which is much better than just to say, look at this, how, wow, really? Why doesn't anybody know? Like, all they think is like, no, you can't live without it. It's like, no, actually, you cannot seem to drop it without the threat of you not being able to live without it. Something is, several times I'm going like this. I've never done this in my life. I've gone like this plenty of times, and they make sure that they film me doing that. I mean, like they say, here, would you like to put that for a cover or that for a cover? You know, it's like, that's interesting. It's like the most really, but now it's either like cater to it or don't. Cater to it or don't. Cater to it or don't. Oh, I'm sorry. It's either that or a necktie. Did you get your necktie going? You catered to it or you didn't. You catered to it or you didn't.